Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors on Winston Chester. I'm glad you're with us on this Friday morning, and happy Valentine's Day to all our lady friends out there who are big fans of the show. And we hope you have a great day today, and hope your husband gets you one of those top 10 things I mentioned yesterday, because I've got my wife one of those things on the top 10. We'll talk about that later. High today, 70, but our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hard-working crew, taking care of everyday comfort needs. High 70, low 53. Water temperature at the end of the pier brought to us by Alco Electric out of Lynn Haven. We're looking at technically 68.4. That's warm as it's been all year. Our river reading brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Let's first take a look at the Apalachicola at Bluntstown. Not much movement going on there. Pretty steady, even 8 foot this morning. But look at the Choctaw at Caryville. It's starting to go up. Some of that rain we had yesterday is going up. This morning right now is reading a 5.4 and going on up there for tomorrow. If you're fishing the Choctawhatchee tomorrow, you'll be fishing some rising water. Okay, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Pretty much a neap tide. It's not much movement at all. Fishing game. Let's go into our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 12:13 to 2:13 this morning, this evening, right after lunch, 12:34 to 2:34. So tell the boss you need to take the second half of the day off and go fishing. The wind's going to be coming east-northeast about 10 to 15. Blowing pretty good this week. Okay, let's take a break. We'll come right back. Okay, welcome back. And on the phone, I want to welcome Captain Kim from Sea Quarters Marina. Good morning, Captain Kim.
Good morning, Mr. Chester. How's everything in your world down west of us?
Well, we're doing good west of you. And how about folks down east of us? How's everything down in Franklin County?
Everything is doing good. We got some new crappie jigs in, and I just was talking to Mr. Beebe yesterday about how he was doing. I gave him a couple to try out, and they've been catching all kinds of crappie up the river, so they've been doing real good up the stream, both sides.
Oh, that's great.
Offshore has been pretty good. Last couple of days they were doing some hog fishing and doing real well with that. Of course, a couple grouper here and there.
Oh, but, good.
It's been a real good bite.
What about the red grouper? Done pretty good?
Oh yeah, yep.
You know, that's always some good grouper fishing right through there. You got crappie up the river and then grouper out offshore. Anything going on in the bay system right now? Usually February's slow. Have you heard much?
Well, the trout and redfish have been pretty good. Right over at the pavilion, they've been catching some good-sized trout. Sheep's head as well, and of course catfish are always plentiful around here.
Yeah, that is good. So we're pretty good on, you got plenty of bait and all, you got everything you need down there for people to come by and get?
Oh yeah, we got a new shipment of some nice jigs in. Hopefully the pompano will be coming pretty soon, and we got plenty of bait, frozen, and worms and crickets, all that good stuff.
I want you to keep an eye out for those pompano. Let us know when they're coming in, because it's going to be interesting.
That's for sure.
We had a big one caught this week, a big old pompano caught up here this week, and I said that's one of those regular ones, domestic ones, but that wave will be coming to St. George Island before long.
Super. That sounds great. Hopefully they'll be making their way this way too.
All right. Well, we got to get back to the show. Captain Kim, always great talking to you. We appreciate all the information, all the support y'all give us down that way. Thank you.
Sounds good. Come on down and visit us someday, and we'll have a great weekend.
We're going to do that. All right. We'll see you. Bye-bye. All right. That's good. Crappie up the creek. How about that? We talked about that before, and all the fun things going on with that. So, all right, let's get wound up here with some of our. We've got some great pictures. I just didn't have a chance to get on to the other day. So let's see. I found this. You know, we all have these fish camps, man caves, or she sheds, or whatever we have, and isn't this a good idea to put in one? This is cool. Just get a 55-gallon drum and to fix it up. I thought it was interesting. Amazing what you find sometimes looking around. And okay, we're talking about the kayak fishing group and, you know, we'll cover their tournament, but a lot of them go out now at sundown, especially on Friday nights. That's sun going down, and they'll fish. This is the last Friday night, and they'll catch a lot of bull reds. That's what they're targeting on outgoing tide. So check your tide. Here's the pictures here. I'm going to go through the pictures pretty fast, but you can see, I don't know the guy's name, but you can see, you take a picture of them and release them, and it's just a lot of fun. And look at the blue lights that are on the bridge. I mean, you're talking about great atmosphere. And one thing you want to do, and this guy here done a great job, you really want to light up your kayak because people are coming through at night. The kayak doesn't have natural lighting, so you want to have all over you good lights and a light on your kayak and be safe out there. But look at the bull reds you can catch. Good job. Okay, Dana Sewell Cole, I love this. Remember I told you take a day off every now and then. She said, I spent my day off with my cameras, and these are the only 2 snakes I could find. But good for you. Let's see if we got, okay, I got them right here. Okay. Little copperhead right there. And then look at here. Copperhead. That's some good pictures, Dana. Glad you took the day off because look, what we just said right here. Life is short, call in sick and go fishing. Don't do it all the time, but every now and then it's okay to take a day off for yourself and get outdoors and do some fun things. Speaking of fun things, this is something else. This is Johnny Conrad Jr. Hey, Coach, I have an awesome picture for your show. I said, great, send it to me. All right, check this out. This is this is from the game camera. The daddy's stand, John's dad. But look at these. Look at these ducks out there, folks. You don't think they'll come to corn? They're not hunting them. This is a deer field. But I've never seen that many concentrated in one area like that. Is that amazing? And that's here in Bay County now. This is not different places. This is here in Bay County. And look at, is that not a healthy population? I was trying to see, I saw a lot of male and female wood ducks, and I think that's all I see in there. I tried to really look around. I love that picture. Thank you, Johnny, for getting a hold of me and showing that to me. Okay, Wendy, my daughter, sent this. I tell you what, let's take a break. We'll come back and talk about this one. Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, and again, happy Valentine's Day. And I'll tell you, I got Gail something on that list of 10 I mentioned yesterday, 10 things to get for your wife or your sweetheart for Valentine's. Well, look what I got her. How about I got her a brand new golf cart. I tell you, they're real popular now, and we're all tickled about having it. We're going to use that house some and take it down to Cape San Blas some, and she's happy as she can be. I got it to her yesterday, it surprised her. So anyway, we're glad to do that. I'll get back to the pictures. One of the things I'm talking about, Wendy sent this to me, okay, from FWC. Talking about this big panther. They recently captured and put a collar on the heaviest Florida panther ever recorded. An adult male weighing in at 166 pounds. So put that in relation to a deer. I mean, a big deer, that's a huge deer, 166 pounds. So it's a long time, it goes on about what all they did, and they did a health assessment and blood test and genetics. They need to make sure that one can breed in the Florida wild. That'll be great. So here's a picture of it. Of course, it's under anesthesia now, and they put a tracking collar on it. But look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of the foot. Look at the guy's hand, and look at the size of that. Look at that. The biggest one ever in Florida, ever captured. Here, when they saw him, they shot him with a dart. He was up there in a tree. I don't know. To me, it looks like an older one. I don't know what y'all think. It looks like an older one. Man, is that not a great picture? And knowing that panther's going to be protected, living in a natural area. Here the guys together. They're looking up in the tree. To see what they have is that net. And they're all, what is that, about 8 or 10 men right there trying to make sure something that big don't hit the ground. That's a cool job. Now, that'd be a fun part of being an FWC agent right there. How cool is that? Okay, I ran across this. This is like a video. Okay, jumping on another subject. Helping grandma with a remote. You cover everything up, but volume and channel on and off. A lot of you folks can identify with that with all the remote controls now. I'm the same way. I pick it up and I'll hit 4 buttons accidentally before I get to the right one. So I got to chuckle off that one. Okay, back in my day, there was so much toilet paper and eggs that we would throw them at the houses of our enemies. Remember, egg in the cars and toilet paper in the houses, and now there's a shortage on those. Okay. Speaking of eggs, I broke an egg making breakfast this morning. My insurance company said an adjuster will be out tomorrow. All right, here's one more on it. We're going to have to paint potatoes this Easter, y'all. Okay. All right, here we go. Coming up now, it's starting to green up a little bit, and this is, well, we always talk about this every year. This is how the poison ivy looks, okay? And almost as bad as that poison oak, but those leaves are just a little bit jagged. As outdoorsmen, there seems to be poison ivy all over the place now. I have some in my yard. I can't get, it's hard to get rid of, and I don't want to get around it. And also sumac, if you get poison sumac, that's like a bloom there. So those are the three to be watching out for as you start taking your walks through the woods. How about this? Goodbye football. Hello spring crappie fishing. You just got off the phone with Captain Kim talking about them biting down there, but that's the truth. Springtime is right around the corner. Okay, I got this message right here. I want to really get this out today. This is from Raleigh Martin. He sent it to a Panhandle Outdoors. I am trying to find hunting clubs and leases in local counties. Do you know how to contact any? And I replied on the bottom here. I would put this on the show Friday morning. I share. Okay, this is something I try to get this information out. So you know, some leases are looking for people, and some people are looking for leases. So if you, this is going to be ground zero, whatever. You can just send that information in, send your phone numbers in, and try to get it all together. That's what I call that win-win situation we so often look for in the outdoors. So touch base with me and make sure that you know if you know a place, let somebody know. Speaking of Wendy, she teaches at Port St. Joe, and she sent me something yesterday, and we're always with the family, we're always texting and stuff like that, and she sent me this picture. Check this out. Okay, here's the picture right here. She said, she sent me this picture. I said, what in the St. Joe is that? Because she's down living in St. Joe. Okay, and she says, the welding class at our high school built that as an underwater reef. They're going to put it off the coast of Mexico Beach. Check it out. Is this not cool? Okay, somehow, look at the front of it. It's at Port St. Joe. Look at the bumper. And look at can you see the windshield and the back window? There's a shark, okay? Port St. Joe sharks. What a great project for the welding class down there. They have numbers on it. I don't know what it says on top of the cab right there. But that is just downright cool. And the Artificial Reef Association will deploy that. I got one more picture of it. There at Port St. Joe. So y'all call the school this morning and tell that principal what a great job that welding teacher is doing. Getting those kids doing something that's practical, and they're actually going to get some great benefits from it environmentally. Now, would that not be cool that you welded that together and now you're going to catch fish off of it next year? All right, and speaking of welding, creative welding, this is something you can do. Is that not a cool creative welding right there? If you don't get a big buck this year, just make you one to hang on the barn door. I want to tag that in on the other one. Okay, I got one of hunting leases. I got that one. I don't have time. Let me go and talk about this particular one. I want to do one of them right here. We've tracked this mallard for 4 years. This is Wildlife Lab. I won't go into all the details. He went 13,500 miles. So he goes from the upper peninsula of the Michigan area, okay, which is right there. But look where all the places he goes. And then down there at the bottom, I'm gonna blow that up right here. At the bottom, this is where he actually, the third winter, the first winter, each color is a different winter. So he wintered in the same area every year. Okay, so see the green or the sort of aqua was his first winter. And he got there in October. Then the second winter, he got there in November. Third winter got there in November. And the fourth winter got there in November. And I just thought this was fascinating, being able to track it. But look right there in ground zero where he stayed there most of the time. Every winter he stayed there. Isn't that just really, with the tracking collars that you have now, I just think that is so cool to follow those things like that. Okay, and let's see. I want to do a couple more real quick. This is true. Half the fun of fishing is who you are fishing with. Is that not true? And how about, we're going to talk about this, crappie fishing in Lake Talquin. This is coming from a guide, but look at the crappie in Lake Talquin. Remember the last 2 weeks I've talked about it on Friday. So anyway, crappie season doing really good. Okay, we're going to add some names. We're getting ready to do our drawing, and y'all excuse me, one of them, let's see. Okay, excuse me, the air conditioner, the vent blows on this, so it blows something, if I'm holding something in paper, it's always blowing, so anyway, still feels good though. Add names, neighbors from Southport, Larry Page and Monica Page on here. Okay, we've got some more coming in next week. Next week's gonna be a really cool week. We're gonna have Bill and Dalton Allen coming on, and they had a great hunting experience together. And they're going to also get Dalton and talk about the E.O. Wilson Biofuel Center. All right, here we go. Here's our drawing. The winner of the fried mullet plate at Gene's Oyster Bar is going to be, let me unfold it right here. How about from Defuniak Springs, Billy Ray Wilcox, and I just added his name, but he saw me shake him up. I added his name this week. Billy Ray, I'll come down one day and have some fried mullet, all right? Yeah, you see I'm stirring them up now. I'm not picking anybody out in particular. I'm stirring them up really good. All right, so here we go. The $20 gift certificate. Michael Harris's mom really enjoyed that last week. From Chattahoochee, Joanne Maxwell. Yeah, all right, the big red snapper. From Topping Dock Seafood is going to, from Deer Point, Jim Nichols, Defuniak, Chattahoochee, and Deer Point. We've got them spread out this morning. All right, we're going to take our final break, come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast in February. Okay, welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast in February, brought to us by Jessica Ling Insurance and Financial Group, and also Matt Andrews at Hammerdown Construction and Roofing. So we appreciate those folks there. I want to start off with this right here. I got a call yesterday, Billy Grantham. He said, Coach, he said, I just want you to know, let's tell our viewers that the boat ramps at Lake Seminole, they're going to be packed out this weekend on Saturday. Now, he said they're going to be lining the roads, and he knows because he knows those boat ramps over there. And what the word is getting out, those bass have started moving around, had that full moon. And let's zoom in. We don't show Lake Seminole enough on Google Earth. Let's go to right here, right in the center of the screen. Right here. That's a special place to me. It really is. I did most of my fishing on the east side, camping and all through that area. But then the dam, and we talked about that, and we talked about fishing behind the dam, getting that stirring water on the striped bass and all. That's just great fishing there. And then over here, there's so many ramps. Up in this area, the Sneeds Park is a place we go to a lot. And that right there, that is going to be packed out. And then all throughout the area on both sides of it. And you understand the Florida-Georgia line right there, but River Junction and all that area. Jack Wingate up here, Lake Seminole, what a great area of history that way. Anyway, Lake Seminole, all the fishing in Lake Seminole has always been good. All right, let's jump on down. Same way Lake Talquin. I want to show Lake Talquin because of the same situation with a crappie. We got bass and crappie in our big river systems. It's going to be really strong. All right, going down here, of course, Choctawhatchee Bay, Choctawhatchee River. They didn't fish. I didn't get many reports this week from the Choctawhatchee River folks, but I know this weekend they'll be catching some fish, and we'll get the pictures to you. So it should be good. Like I say, Lake Talquin, it will be strong with crappie. Let's go to the, on saltwater, number one thing, all the reports I got is squid. Squid fishing has been hot. They're catching squid. I've seen pictures of them. In fact, folks are catching some and giving them away. Most people are catching them for bait to use later on, put them in the freezer. But what has happened, you own a certain area in your freezer for bait or whatever, and their area is already full, so they've been given away. So squid fishing is on fire, as one guy said. As is sheephead. The sheephead bite has been good. What's fun is, and this happens a lot, you've seen it, you can actually sometimes see the sheephead down there by that piling, and you do everything in the world to catch them, they just completely ignore it. And the same way with bass fishing and red fishing sometimes, they just don't pay attention to it. And all that means is they're just not hungry at the time. So anyway, fish slow, and really go really easy when you're fishing for trout and redfish. I did write that down. And go up the creek. You heard Captain Kim just talk about Mr. Beebe, and he's a fine fisherman. And he went up the creek, and that's where all of our creek systems and all of our bay systems, if you go up the creek, you're going to have better luck right there catching some of these fish. Real quick on the surf, there's been some whiting being caught, and you saw the picture yesterday of one of my former students catching that big old 4.5 pound pompano. And that was a hunk of a pompano, so that's really good. Bridge fishing, I just showed the kayak fishermen the pictures of them catching those big bull reds on the outgoing tide, and also the sheephead. So bridge fishing is really good. And I mentioned this week we're talking about boat ramp fishing, and that would just be a challenging thing, getting the fresh water and hit different boat ramps. One of our viewers is a big boat ramp fisherman, and he's stopped to think because you have a lot of activity around, and a lot of people, and you know as well as I do, when you finish a fishing trip, you have those crickets and worms left over, especially worms, you sort of dump them out of the boat ramp a lot of times. So you never thought about that, but there's a lot of good fishing. I know at Howard Creek, they catch fish there at that boat ramp all the time. They have some 5-gallon buckets. You just go sit on it and have a 5-gallon bucket for your fish. So you got a 2-bucket day. So anyway, also oysters, don't forget, if you buy a bag of oysters from Gene's Oyster Bar, buy a bag and go fishing and eat one and fish with one, eat one and fish with one, and then give one to your dog that you have out with you. So you can do all kinds of things in the outdoors here in Florida Panhandle. We're going to wrap it up for the week. We've had a good week. Next week's already planned out. We've got some great guests coming on next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you have a great weekend. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take care of it. Do something good for someone else today. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.